build right now. How are we all? How are we all? Hopefully doing good. Just gonna... Might have just said it twice, but it's alright. Because I'm not too sure when the stream just kicked in. But, yeah. A couple of people have been asking me how I've got my Dune build. I call it the Dune build because we use a plasma cannon. The Dune, not Doom. So I call it the Dune build. It's a ranged attack. It's not close build.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
So with this build, my friends, is I've got a dart for every man for when the sword runners come up to me, so that way I can break their shields, stuff like that. This will break shields, but with how fast they aggress you, yeah, you can slow them down and stuff like that. I'll show you my skills, what I've done to boost this build. I haven't used any of the whatever the new stuff is, the arguments or whatever you call them. What do you call it? 1 second, let's go. I've forgotten what they're called already. Argumentations, yeah. So I haven't done any of them at the moment. With the new skill tree, this build will help a lot when I fully max it out. At the moment, I'm just running a Hager basic kit I've got there, and I'm running my farm kit right now. So I just farm a lot of stuff. I won't use this in Hager base, and there's no point. Like, I will kill everything 1 to 2 tap, or 1 tap with this stuff in here. But the wear is just not worth it. The wear on this gun is very high because of how fast it shoots. I'll just show you how fast it shoots. If you got good mouse control, you can actually try and keep it in the center so you can get some good headshots. It does a lot of power for a long amount of time. Okay. So with this, I've also set up the forged helmet, bulwark chest piece for the new dungeons. I can swap the chest piece out for the power harness, so that way you get plus 50 extra power, which gives you a bit more longer power, a bit more shield. Because the issue with this build, this is why it's a ranged build. If I put my shield on, watch. Shield goes because of how fast it shoots, and it drops your shield. The issue is too, if you use all your power all the way, I'll just quickly show you. Look how long it shoots for. Oh no, your shield's on blink, so you got to be really careful. Plus 50 can help, so you can shoot for longer. It does do a lot of damage quite quickly. So the reason why I've got these is obviously for the mitigation, energy mitigation, fire mitigation, blade, poison, because of the new dungeons. Obviously I've run the circuit gauntlets, so that way you get minus 10% power usage. Right, let's go on the skills. Okay, we'll start off with trooper build for you. Okay, obviously I've got a heavy weapon to change it around if need be. So you can quickly change between health and your thing between techniques. So we'll go through it. Like, I've done heavy weapon damage, so that way it gives me plus 15 max. I've also done scattered gun damage because I've got the secondary with the scatter gun. So that way, you know, if you got the up close sword bearers coming towards you, you can take the shield, finish them off in a tap. Or you got the other ones with drill shots or stuff like that. You sugar wire over to them. You can kind of get beside them while you're sugar wiring, because they can't trace you and shoot you because you're moving so fast, which is good. And then you can just bang, bang in the head. Gunsmith, always do this on this build because that gun does shoot a lot of rounds. So when it shoots a lot of rounds and it's a power weapon, it does take a lot of damage. With the new spectralization, you can help that a bit more, which is really good. Field maintenance, obviously, loss of duty. Do not do center of mass. I tried this. don't do it. It's not worth it. The minus 25% headshot, and that's only on one. Imagine view next level. Let's view next level. Say 25 does body shot damage, but 25, that's pretty bad. Like, I'll show you why that's bad. Range damage +9. Okay, I've obviously got disruptor damage. I've got the gravity field, so that way you can drop that at their feet. So that way you can slow down or take their shield off and hopefully get some more damage. Suspensor effects. Obviously, with more spec trees, I will be able to build this even further in the future and make it even more stronger. We're going to Mentat now. Mentat, I've done the Sentinel full, obviously, because it's a good deterrent. You drop it down, they start aggroing on that if you're running solo, or if you've got a group of friends, which it would be preferable, having a friend that's close combat with you as range, so that way you can kind of work together. He can take some of the fire close up, get some of the sword bearers moving away from you, so you can just focus on the boss or the big guys. So if you're focusing on the big heavy tankers with the cannons like you do a lot of damage. Garment Keeper, obviously. Tailoring, obviously. Marksman, this is the other thing. Headshot damage, 20%. With this gun, at 20%, that's freaking heaps. So that's why I put that there. Exploit weakness, range damage, 30%. Do that as well. So there you go. You just got 50%. 50% in range. And then with the range damage booster there you go. You got 59% extra range. Obviously, I've done the sniper. It's just for Hager base, and when I use a sniper pistol, I just did it just because I should. When I respec, I'll probably do something like source of power. So that way it does power regeneration 30%. So that way you can fire quicker and stuff like that, rather than having like the Sentinel. I only run the Sentinel just for solo. Let's go into Planetologist. Okay, Planetologist, I just sped all the way up the side, so I just did cut array a little bit. Rerouting, always do that because power regeneration 10% with this build, which is a power weapon, so it's preferable. Maximum power overcharge, definitely. I have done conservation of energy, but I haven't tried it yet, which it does do minus. I'm thinking when I get more booster with the skill points, I'll add them in here. And then I'll try this rather than having the healing regeneration limit 30% and healing regeneration 20% because of the trauma, which can come in handy. All right, let's go into Bene Gesserit now. I haven't done any of these two. I do recovery, so that way obviously you can healing regeneration limit 20%. Trauma, as you've seen just down there. Vitality, max health, obviously, especially when you're doing these station runs, they can be freaking full on. Self-healing 30%. I have got metabolized poison or poison mitigation, but I haven't used it yet because with the body armor that I'm using, it has a lot of poison mitigation already. And then poison tolerance, obviously do that one. I didn't do any of the will or the blade. I just did the way. So that way I did the knee just straight up. So that way I could get field medicine. You get a 20% bonus. I did that just so I could unlock the next one. So disciplined breathing. Don't need it. I'm not running around with a sword. And general conditioning. So this way, you know, I get more stamina because obviously you need a lot of stamina. So that way you can get away and regenerate, get behind a wall and regenerate your shield when need be. All right, my friends, that's my Doom build. If you got any other little tips or pointers, like, you know, there's some other things like bleed tolerance. I don't think that's really a thing yet. Solid stance. Maybe when I unlock a few more skill points, I'll go the solid stance. So that way when I'm doing the dungeons with the poison stuff, I'll add it to that kind of thing. So there's little things that I still got to unlock with the spectralization. So this is what I was talking about with these extra perks will help this build in the future. Like obviously you got more skill points, and then it's the in-betweens. So damage +1. Damage mitigation plus 0.05. In between this, damage to staggered targets 0.5. So when you break them out of your shield, when you break them out of the shield and they stagger for a second, or your friend staggers them with an RPG or something like that, if you're hitting them in the head, that all adds up. And then also with down here, you get the headshot bonus. So by the time you get to the very end, I'm going to have a lot of headshot damage. That's a lot. And then also with the crafted durability, 1%, that will help with the durability. So this is what I'm talking. It's going to be a slow gain kind of thing. I'm not focusing on these ones yet because I'm more focusing on building kind of thing and getting stronger, not the farming side yet. Like I'll worry about the farming side later when I go into farming. But right now, I'm just focusing on these ones. But all right, my friends, thank you all so much. This was just quickly created so that way I could upload it on YouTube for all the people out there that have been asking me about it, because I'd like to show you it. Thank you if anyone does use this build. Thank you if you do plug it on your YouTube channel. But if you do, please note down that you've seen it from me, because this build I came up with from day one. I just haven't had time, family life, holidays, all the rest of it. So freaking stay safe, stay beautiful, enjoy your Doom build, have some fun with it, play around with it. But as I said, it is a distance build. It's not a close combat build. So as I said, you got to think distance. So you got to distance yourself a lot from them, because otherwise, if you're not distanced from them, you're losing 30%. All right? Stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you on the stream.